are stuck in alcohol reliance and you're living a rather unconscious life, most of the time you're acting from parts. So it's your parts that are choosing to drink alcohol. And these are your fragmented inner voices that are shaped by fear, shame, trauma, and habit. That choice is not coming from your true essence. It's not coming from self. I'll give you a real life example. A few months ago, I quit sugar, black tea, and coffee all at once. And it was easy peasy lemon squeezy. No cravings, no bargaining, no fallback plans, no relapses. And do you know why? Because that decision, after many, many years of battle with all three of those elements, came from myself this time, not a part trying to perform.
You think you're making a choice when you pour that glass, right? You're not. And that is the terrifying truth that we expose in one of our most important workshops in the stuck phase of the Strive method. It's called The Power of Choice, and it will change the way you see your entire life. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the 1000 Day Sober podcast. My name is Davy. I am not an alcoholic. I refuse to be anonymous. I am someone who lives a self-led life, alcohol-free as fuck, and I spend every waking moment of my life helping other people do the same, like right now. Today's episode is part of our deeper dive into the workshops in the Strive method. Today, I am choosing a workshop called The Power of Choice from the stuck phase, okay? And I'll tell you why I created it. You see, most people stuck in alcohol reliance believe they are choosing to drink, and they're not. They are reacting. They are obeying. But who or what are they obeying? When you are stuck in alcohol reliance and you're living a rather unconscious life, most of the time you're acting from parts. So it's your parts that are choosing to drink alcohol. And these are your fragmented inner voices that are shaped by fear, shame, trauma, and habit. That choice is not coming from your true essence. It's not coming from self. I'll give you a real life example. A few months ago, I quit sugar, black tea, and coffee all at once. And it was easy peasy lemon squeezy. No cravings, no bargaining, no fallback plans, no relapses. And do you know why? Because that decision, after many, many years of battle with all three of those elements, came from myself this time, not a part trying to perform, not a part trying to punish me into discipline, not a part trying to chase a certain identity. It came from self. And because it came from self, it came from clarity, from curiosity, from compassion, from agency. And that is what the Power of Choice workshop is designed to give to you. It's not about quitting alcohol. It's about reclaiming the authorship of your life. Because if you can't tell the difference between a decision made from self and a decision made from parts, you'll always be perennially stuck. Now, we're going to take a short break, but I want to leave you with this reflection when I'm gone. Can you think of one decision you made that really felt like it was truly yours, that it really was you, that it came from self? Not one that you made out of guilt, people pleasing, shame, desperation, or habit, but one that came from stillness, clarity, and confidence. And how would it look like if the majority of your decisions came from that place? Have a think about that, and I'll be right back. Welcome to the 1000 Day Sober podcast. Or should I say, welcome back to the 1000 Day Sober podcast, where today we're inside the stuck phase of the Strive method, unpacking one of the most powerful workshops that we've created, The Power of Choice. This workshop is a game changer because it does one thing most people have never done. It teaches you how to discern who's making the decisions, self or parts. When I relapsed 3 years after being alcohol-free as fuck, I told myself in that moment that it was a conscious decision. I was making it from self. I thought that I was empowered. I thought that I was in control. But in hindsight, and I love hindsight, that wasn't self. It was a scared little boy who just felt lonely and afraid. It was a part that believed if I didn't drink, that Liza, someone I'd met post my marriage breakup, would leave me. And that wasn't freedom. I was living in fear. It was fear in disguise. And the power of choice helps you unmask that. It helps you see that every time you say, I choose to drink, you need to ask, but who inside me is doing the choosing? Because parts choose based on the past. Self choose based on truth. And when you learn to tell the difference, everything in your life changes. Because now you no longer need willpower to stop eating this, drinking that, smoking this, taking that. You don't feel like you need to sacrifice anything because you feel peace, ownership, and ease. Like when I quit sugar, caffeine, I didn't white knuckle it anymore. I didn't build charts. I didn't monitor my progress. I knew as soon as I'd made the sovereign vow that it was done. And I have never looked back, and I won't. And that's what happens when you live and emanate and make decisions from self. That's what happens when you take the power of choice. On to today's daily vow. Today, I will not drink. I will stop pretending I'm in control when I'm quite obviously not. I will get honest about the parts choosing for me, and I will begin reclaiming my sovereignty choice by choice. Because the truth is, you are always choosing. But unless you've done the work to unblend your parts from self, you have no idea who is doing the choosing. Is it the you who wants to grow? Or is it the you that is still stuck in fear? The power of choice gives you the tools to tell the difference, and that is the beginning of true freedom. Some questions to reflect upon as you walk around the world today. What's one decision you recently made that came from self? And what's one that came from parts? Write about the difference between the two. I think you'll like what comes up. If this episode landed for you, please rate and review it on your podcast player. I'd really appreciate it. Make a comment as well. Subscribe so other people know that it's a podcast worth subscribing to. And if you want to take the Strive Foundations workshop, 20 workshops for 47 quid. These 20 workshops have been handpicked from the Strive Method to give you a really good insight into what we do in that 5-month program. Email me at the strivemethod at gmail.com and I'll send you a link and you can sign up for that. The power of choice is always waiting for you and it will change your life, okay? Right, ready to take the sovereign vow, pardon me. Hand on your heart, hand in your belly, big deep breath. Okay, repeat after me. I am a striver who is alcohol free as fuck. And I will not drink because that is not what I do. That is not who I am. Until tomorrow, much love and strive on, everybody.